Hello internet, and today's video is going to be another one of those book opinions, those videos in which I tell you my opinions on a book. And today's book is going to be Wires and Nerves Volume 1. This is a part of the Lunar Chronicles written by Marissa Meyer. Now we're going to go through a little disclaimers before I get into this. One, there's going to be spoilers. I really don't care at this point. These are probably going to be major spoilers. If you're not familiar with the Lunar Chronicles and you want to be without spoilers, then please click away. If you really don't care or you're pretty sure you're going to forget everything I said before you get to the Lunar Chronicles, then continue watching and I'll be happy to tell you my opinions. Now, other disclaimers. I have not read all of the Lunar Chronicles. The only book in the Lunar Chronicles I've read other than this one is Cinder, and that was so long ago I only remember basic plot points, and I've never continued with any of the other, even though I own two on my shelves on this other one that's over here out of sight. So we're going into this where I didn't read the whole story before I got to this part. So this follows this other girl named Aiko. She was a part of the original Lunar Chronicles group. She was the android of the group. She has now a android human-esque body. She has been sent by Cinder, the new Lunar Queen, to go round up all of the old Lunar Queen's little werewolf soldiers, the genetically modified wolf-like soldiers, because they are still on Earth. They are occasionally terrorizing people and killing them, so Cinder wants them all back on Lunar. There are a lot of politics going on because apparently Lunar people have this power of manipulation which they have to use to like mind control other people, and Lunar people do not have a natural shield against that, so you can just mind control anyone. So this book follows Aiko, and then we go along the whole story of her trying to round things up. I did not really like this book. Maybe I would have liked it more if I actually read all the way through the Lunar Chronicles, was really familiar with it. I would see where they're going with this. But here's the thing. I understand Cinder and Aiko wanting to get all of these wolf soldiers, right? I get it. I don't think they should be terrorizing people. I don't think that they should be allowed to occasionally murder people or whatever. But when you meet them and you see a lot of them are just terrified. And one of the biggest fears that they have with going back to Lunar is that these people can still mind control others, right? It's still a serious issue that Lunar people can mind control and manipulate and take the will out of other people. And these soldiers have already been used and abused once, and they don't want to go back to the same place that used and abused them, and they can't trust Cinder. Like, why would they trust her? Like, yes, she defeated the old queen, but for all they know, she could just be wanting to establish her own tyrannic rule. And yes, we know that's not what she's going to do, but they don't know that. So it's easy for them to fear the fact that she might want to mind control and take away their free will once again so that she can have her own personal army. So I totally understand why these guys are fighting and running away and don't want to go back. And I can sympathize more with them than I can with Aiko, who's beating them up all the time. Like, I get both sides, but I really sympathize with the wolves dudes because, like, they're like, psh, we're not going back to the place where we know we can be hurt and used against our will, and you guys aren't gonna fix us back to unsuper soldiers, so while we are weapons, we can still be used and manipulated as weapons. Why would you put yourself in a situation where people would use and abuse you? You wouldn't want to, right? So I understood their fear perfectly. Aiko, I found her an endearing character. I liked her curiosity. I liked how you could kind of see where she wasn't getting all the humanness, but like she was still an AI, so like, but she still had feelings and emotions. What I did not like was the setup romance that we're supposed to get on board with, because that dude is a major dick. So there is this guy, he's like a captain under Cinder. I guess he's the captain of the guard or something, and he does not respect Aiko as a being with emotions, as an entity that can feel and think. And not many people do. Not many people respect androids or any AI, give them their own autonomy over themselves without thinking them as some sort of a lesser being, nothing more than like a dog that you can pat on the head, right? They don't have real feelings. It's understandable for this world for not understanding, but this kid, right, this guy, he thinks like the rest of the world. He thinks she doesn't have feelings. He thinks she's not good enough for anything. He doesn't believe that she's any more than a program that someone put in, and he doesn't respect her as a being who has autonomy over herself, who has feelings, who has emotions, who loves the people around her, because how could she love Cinder? How could she be loyal to Cinder? She's just programmed. That's not true love. That's not true loyalty. And it's so disrespectful. And at one point they kiss and we're supposed to believe in their romance, but throughout the whole book up until this point, all this dude has been insulting her. That's all he's done the whole time is insulted her, told her that she's not real, that she doesn't have real emotions, that she's just a tool, that she's just a program, that she's no better than a dog, that she's no better than just some random computer over there, that she is not a being, that she is not an entity in and of herself, that she can't have emotions, that she can't love, that she doesn't care about the people on her team, and she's nothing more than a mascot that is there just for the hell of it. And I'm supposed to want this romance with poor little Aiko. Like, she was like a okay character. Like, she was certainly loved her friends. She cared about her friends. She wanted the best for them. Like, she was a little hot-headed and like a little sure of herself, right? But like, who is it? And you want me to believe that the best that she deserves is some asshole who doesn't even see her as a person and reminds her that she's worth nothing every day, but oh, she thinks she sees signals off of him? Like, at that point, I'm just like, girl, you an android who I don't think fully understands human emotions yet and the evils of human beings, because this boy might be attracted to you, maybe, but he definitely ain't good enough for you. Where, like, I was just like, Aiko, you need to study humans a little bit more outside of your friends, because you need to see how trash some people are. Like, really. So that was my biggest problem with it. Like, my two biggest problems was, one, you're trying to set up the girl with somebody who fundamentally believes she is not a person, that she does not have rights over herself, that her emotions are fake and don't count as anything more than, like, a stone or a dog or like some lesser being. And two, supposed bad guys are people that empathize more with, because it's totally understandable they wouldn't want to go back to a place where they can easily have their will taken away from them and mind controlled and put back into the very same situation that they just escaped from. So, this book really didn't make me want to read the Lunar Chronicles anymore and actually invest my time into it. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of the two I have, which is Cinder and Scarlet, because the part that I saw of Scarlet in here I was actually interested in. I actually liked what was going on with her, so I will eventually read that book. And Cinder, when I read it back in the day, I remember really enjoying it. So having those two books, I think I'm fine, but I'm not quite sure I'll ever want to get to the whole war and read the whole Chronicles. I think I might just stick with these two books. Those are my opinions on Wires and Nerves. I'm sorry to any of you who are high Marissa fangirls. I just couldn't get behind this one. I just couldn't. It was not for me. I don't understand why you would set up your character with a person who believes that she is dirt under his boots. That doesn't make sense. That's not the makings of a healthy relationship. And you're trying to play it as if it is a good relationship. Okay, I'm done. If you agree or disagree, comment down below. Let me know. If you've read this, comment down below. Let me know. Also, if you have read a book in which the author tried to pass off some sort of horrible relationship as totally healthy, comment down below and let me know. I would like to see how many of you type up Twilight, because that's one example, but can you think of any other ones so I can avoid all of those books? Yeah, those comments are for you. Or you can tweet it at me. I really don't care. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to continue to see more, click all those bunnies down below, and goodbye, Internet.